The Case for Legalizing Capitalism by Kel Kelly. Copyright 2010 by the Ludwig von Mises Institute and published under the Creative Commons Attribution License 3.0. Read by Zach Foster. This recording done by Political Spectrum Publishing. Part 1. The Foundations of Our Economy. Chapter 1. Labor. Workers of the world unite and shoot yourselves in the foot. Blaming greedy companies for exploiting workers, it's all the rage these days, and actually has been for several hundred years. Popular as well are politicians promising to resolve workers' woes. Presidential candidates are on the campaign trail in 2008 were trying to win votes by telling us how they plan to create jobs for us and help us receive higher wages by boosting the economy. They promised to raise minimum wages and strengthen our unions. Democratic primary contenders, Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton, both supported higher taxes on the wealthy with which to pay for lower taxes on the middle class, as Republican candidate John McCain had also once proposed. Most of our politicians support government taxpayer spending on programs that they believe will create jobs. But can the government really create jobs? Can it really help workers bring in higher wages? How does it all work? You might think that a discussion of how workers earn wages must necessarily be dry and boring. This chapter will delve into some technical detail in the first half, but only enough to provide a framework for the following, decidedly less technical material in most of the other chapters in this book, and the book becomes more dynamic as it progresses. But understanding clearly how jobs and wages come about is crucial for comprehending how workers, economies, and standards of living improve. That process forms the very foundation of this book and of economies as a whole. Comprehending the economics of labor is important because most Marxist and communist countries and most left-wing ideologies in general exist largely because of the very belief that workers are exploited by evil and greedy capitalistic companies. This ambiguous goal of the chapter, to prove that nothing could be further from the truth, will show that companies tend not only to pay workers the maximum amount they can bear, but that they are the creators of most jobs, provide the capital to improve productivity and raise real salaries, increase the quantity and quality of consumer goods, and bestow upon us a permanently higher standard of living, all while paying us in the process. At the same time, companies' gains, though very large initially, are not as permanent as the workers' gains. Further, this chapter will demonstrate why such a phenomenon as unemployment would never exist in a completely free market, and is in fact caused by the policies of the politicians who purport to help us workers.